posted, Ned Nwoko, may God punish you. May I not die and leave you. I need to be alive. You know, when I saw that very post, I felt sad in myself. And I'm here saying to Regina Daniels that you must not die. You need to be alive. Yes, you need to be alive. Because like you said, now who buy, now who die, now you lose. So you need to be alive to face your fears and, you know, face your battles squarely. You know what I mean? Because whether you like it or not, you have a very strong, a very hard battle ahead of you, which we shall be discussing in this very section. Well, having established that, many Nigerians, or better say, the fans of Regina Daniels, have taken to the media to call, you know, Senator Ned Nwoko different names. Many have called him a narcissist. Many have called him different, you know, unprintable names. But whether you like it or not, like I've always opined, there is never a smoke without fire. Who is actually a narcissist? You know, literally you can say people who often show the behavior or the character of self-centeredness. You know what I mean? People who always seek attention. People who always want everything to revolve all around them. They often struggle to understand other people's feelings and emotions. It is all about them. They don't care so much about your opinion, your emotions, and all of that. And when you try to react or try to fight through, some of them will employ manipulative, you know, behavior to put you in check, to put you in control. They often use a devaluing strategy. They will devalue you, make you to be worthless in the eyes of people, in order that they will destroy your self-esteem and force you to come back to them. Some of them can even use juju or charm or force and every other type of control to make sure that they bring you into check and force you back to themselves. These are some of the things, you know, some of the ways that, you know, narcissists operate. Some of them, you know, have inflated ego and they have a very fragile, you know, self-esteem. They don't know how to manage, you know, rejection or criticism. You know what I mean? Therefore, they always find pleasure in using that manipulative tools to put their partners, their loved ones, or people around them in check. So at the end of this video, you will be able to tell yourself whether Senator Ned Nwoko is a narcissist or simply employing the mechanism of a narcissistic, you know, personality, you know, to fight through in that very situation or loggerheads between himself and the estranged wife, Regina Daniels. From what I have seen so far, Regina Daniels has communicated some of the issues, some of her fears, even though she's still waiting for Ned Nwoko to do the worst. She cried out about her noodles, saying that Senator Ned Nwoko has her, you know, noodles, that she will not be surprised if Ned Nwoko releases that to the internet space, but that she prays that Ned doesn't do that. She also, in one of the write-ups, admitted that she does drugs, says she did do, you know, doping and all of that, which I blamed her personally for making that, you know, admitting that, you know, on the write-up she made on the internet space. Nobody does that so easily, even when it is very, very obvious. That could actually potentially land her into troubles, even though she admitted in that very write-up to communicate some points, some facts and figures, which will also x-ray in this very channel. Do not forget that from the beginning of time, Ned Nwoko started by saying that Regina Daniel has become disruptive and all of that, that she needs to go back to rehabilitation. One bigger question would always be, what has happened before Regina Daniel started doing drugs? Was she a drug addict before she married Ned Nwoko? The answer is certainly no, from the verifiable information we can see on the internet space. Even Regina Daniel herself attested to it from the write-up she made available on the internet space, where she asked Ned Nwoko, was I doing drugs before I married you? It is an established fact that Regina Daniel's brother is heavily or has been into drugs, even ever before Regina Daniel married Ned Nwoko. But the trend of a brother teaching the sister how to smoke or how to do drugs is not something that is very common in our society, except in extreme cases where your own brother is using you to do racket, using you to do, you know, business with men. Such a man, such a wicked man can actually force the younger sister or even the elder sister into doing drugs. But from what we can see, we can clearly tell that from all indications, Regina Daniels may or may not have tested, you know, drugs before she married Ned Nwoko, but she became deep into, drugs and consequently became addicted the moment she married Ned Nwoko. There are consequential reasons that could, prompt or compel a young lady at her age when she married Ned Nwoko at 17 or 18 into the use of drugs, which, in this section, it cannot be overemphasized. Domestic violence could be one of it. Peer pressure could be one of it. What I call imbalance of power. If you watch the first video I made or the second video I made on this topic, you will understand these very factors perfectly. And this pushes me into saying this. What is happening between Senator Ned Nwoko and Regina Daniel is a simple or clear case of emotional mismatch, change in priorities, faded emotional connections. And the moment this happens, frustration will replace attraction. Yes. Regina Daniel has disconnected emotionally from Ned Nwoko. Yes. And she has detached herself emotionally from Ned Nwoko. But Ned Nwoko is not accepting that fact, that reality. Therefore, he's employing a lot of strategies to fight back towards bringing Regina Daniels back into the fold. These are some of the reasons why so many persons may have called Senator Ned Nwoko a narcissist, because the strategy he's using can be traced down to some of the manipulative strategies of personalities who are potentially known as narcissists. You know what I mean? Now, instead of Ned Nwoko to focus on how to rebuild emotional connection with Regina Daniels, he is focusing on devaluing strategy. And what do I mean by that? He knows clearly that in a country called Nigeria, which is a secular state, a very religious country, that sympathizers, the moment they hear drugs, everybody will crucify Regina Daniels. That, oh, she they do drugs, now the reason why she no one stay for husband house. So to me, Ned Nwoko is not focusing on the right course towards solving that problem.
I want you to be very observant about these people they call narcissists. There is something that is common with every one of them. Their self-image. They want people to see them as a saint. Watch their spouse, be it a man or a woman. One thing that is very, very conversant with every one of them is this. Their spouse will always shower them with praises. They always come to social media because some of them are the ones forcing them. Come on, make video. Come on, do this now. Their wife, their husband will come. I shall look one. My dear, wonderful husband. Because when you praise them, you're making people to look at them from this angle of a saint. If anything happens tomorrow, everybody will begin to see you as the devil. You remember that woman, is it Sharon? There is this lady, a woman of God, that was talking about, if my husband go and knock woman outside, I will go to him, I will bring him, I will pray for him, I will never leave my husband. You notice when that woman, she was singing praises of her husband. She was behaving like her home was in perfect condition. She was behaving like somebody whose marriage is in heaven. Talking praises, how the husband is the king, how the husband is this and that. But as soon as there was a problem, the woman was still hiding it. That Ghanaian woman of God, or evangelist or something. The woman was still hiding it. But the husband was the one that came to social media to break the news, to make us see this woman as a devil. He was the same man that the wife will always sing praises of him. We don't even know this, we don't know them. In a normal sense, is the man supposed to come to social media to break the news? No. But he came. So a lot of them will always rush to social media to let you know, oh, I have tried my best, oh, I have done my best, and this woman refused, and this man refused, because this person have already painted a good picture of a good, perfect husband or perfect wife to the whole world. So any small thing, you will be the devil. Watch every one of them, you know. Watch every of their stories. You're going to see that they will always come and sing praises of them without you knowing that something is going wrong at home. One day you will hear say, oh, the marriage don't Africa. You begin to wonder, is it not this same man? You remember the time of Yol and the maid Dochie? There was a place near called Yol Dochie, my Lord and personal Savior. But nobody was aware that this woman was going through something at home. But she was already singing praises of the husband. Get what I mean? So, beloved, for people saying, oh, Regina this, and I heard some people were upset with her saying, were you not the one telling us you're watching movie with the 200 naira this thing? Please, yes, it hurts, but I also watched that video. But does that stop me from saying the truth? No. If you're a true child of God, you will stand and speak the truth no matter what. But when there's a girl who is going through something, this is a girl whose kids are not with her. Are you a mother? Have your kids been separated from you for one day? Do you know how it hurts? Even one day, not 2 days, 3 days, it can make somebody go in bonkers. It is not easy. So when that girl said that thing, I look at her from this angle of a mother who is missing her children, a young girl whose brother that came to save her is being held somewhere. And one thing you can, no matter what, beloved, so many of our sisters are buying and so many of our brothers are buying because people refuse to listen to them. There is something Regina alleged from her post. And I quote, she said that since you people want me to go back, because now the only people she have in this world is her mother and her siblings and her kids. Now she said, okay, since you people said I should go back, because that's the only condition of me, of my mom. Because now, as soon as they talk about arresting her mother, she wouldn't want her mom to be arrested. And that was why she said, I will go back. Let them, so that they will inject me and also really me, a bungie me by fire, by force. You begin to wonder, have she ever been injected with something before? This should be a concern to every one of you, to the Ministry of Women Affairs, to people in charge, even the wife of Senator Association. What is this thing this girl was referring to? Inject, to inject her until she turns to zombie or something like that. Have she ever been injected with something before? That's the question. And also, she said that they ebonge her by fire, by force. Yes, I know she's married. Some people will say, how can somebody ebonge the wife? This is the wife of his, Yes. But, come on now. Human being, there are times we don't feel like doing anything. You get what I mean? There are times we don't feel like. Maybe somebody upsets you. Maybe your husband upsets you. You don't feel like doing anything with him. Or maybe your wife upsets you. You don't feel like doing anything with her. It is like that. When you're not doing something with your mind, honey, it is force, that is it. So, I really don't know why our people are speaking this way. Osinachi came back, and they use this particular passion in the Bible that says, I hate divorce, saith the Lord of the hosts. And Osinachi returned back and bite. Do you know that so many men and women have died as a result of I hate divorce, saith the Lord of the hosts? But I want you to remember that it's only the living that will serve God. If it is not working out, honey, go. But my question is this girl is a junkie, and daddy still want to hold her down. Why? I am coming because I'm going to make a video for Daddy where I would love to ask him a question to find out. I'm going to buy. Bye and God bless every one of you. I still remain your sister. Obum Blog or Obum Global. Anyone you like, you can call me. Follow me on Facebook. Follow me on YouTube. May God bless you all.
You cannot use your social media page to defame a well-known man, to insult him, give him all sorts of insults. We all saw the post. We all saw the drama. We all saw the insult, to damage his reputation and expect him to do nothing. In short, recently your mother even said you were the one feeding him and feeding his family because you gave him just $50,000. I remember the first time Regina went out with Ned Nwoko. The first time she went out on a political campaign with that man credited her 10 million naira. She posted it. So you cannot use your influence on social media, use this influence, use this leverage, use this money, use the fame that he gave you to insult him and expect him to do nothing. I never thought for one day that it will ever trend on the internet that a village girl that a billionaire married was not the one that made the billionaire. That the billionaire married you because of your money. That the billionaire married you because of your fame. Breaking news, Ned Nwoko gave Regina fame. And it's not the other way around. I've said it on my life several times that people knew Regina. Yes, she has been an actress, but she was never an A-list actress. Not even a B-list actress. You understand? It's their love story that made the round. It was their love story that made people to fall in love with Regina. Like, okay, a billionaire getting married to an innocent young girl. The power of money, the power of influence, the power of power. And now you people have made that man like nobody now. Ned Nwoko of before, who born your brother, that he would be talking where Ned Nwoko is talking. But no, he is nothing. Your brother even posted that thank God he was not home that day. He would have. We all know. You people defamed him. You people made a mess of him using the influence he gave you, using the leverage he gave you, using his money. You fly private jet and it's posted online. This was a norm to you. Rita, what happened to Regina Daniel? It's simple. All the social media tantrums being thrown at her got to her. I hosted a live the other day. A woman said something I just understood, that the problem was the thing that would have made Regina feel special. The private jet, the Ferrari, the Lamborghini, and that made her to marry an old man is what Chioma Davido's wife is enjoying. She flies private jets like it's pure water. Priscilla Ojo flies private jets like no man's business. These people are also flaunting their young husbands. And every day Regina comes online and people tells her she is married to a man that cannot even have good erection. She is married to a man this, she's married to him. Those things got to her. And if you people are still running around crying oppression, Ned Nwoko is not oppressing them. Like I said, Regina Daniels and her family are the ones oppressing Ned Nwoko. They are using the social media against that man. They are using public opinion against that man. They have defamed him. They have slandered him. What else is remaining? He should not talk because he's a rich man. Because if he talks, everybody is going to come out to say oppression, oppression. No, he has the right to defend himself. Ned Nwoko has the right to defend himself. Look at Regina when this man married her. Me and you, let's look at Regina. Does she look like somebody that had $2,000 in her account? Not to talk of $50,000. You gift that man $50,000 from the money you made from him. And then Your mother is everywhere ranting. Your mother is everywhere trying to insult him. You don't bite a finger that is feeding you. That is what you people are doing. And for context, nobody is saying you must stay married to that man. But you could have left quietly. You want to leave a man as influential as Ned Nwoko as you are leaving. Just buy the next ticket and fly abroad. And then when you now want to throw tantrum, you can do that from a country where you can be protected. You can do that for a country where you are out of reach. You don't make noise. Where are you running to? Lagos? Lagos here. From the money you made from him. It's not about how many celebrities that come out to say justice for Regina. You have to sit back. You are from Anioma. I am from Anioma. Use your tongue and count your teeth. It is going to help you because you people are obviously doing like people. There is no male in your family to call you people to order. You're going left. Your mother is on rampage. You are on rampage. Your brothers are. Your younger sister. What is going on? Can't you people advise yourself? Every day, for every comment you give, you attack yourself. Every single comment, every single interview you've granted, every single video you've made, you attack yourself. If Ned Nwoko has called for your arrest, I am sorry, there is a reason. What if you left his house with something belonging to him? He does not have the right to call for your arrest. Your brother slandered him. He does not have the right to call for your brother's arrest. Your mother slandered him. He does not have the right to call for your mother's arrest. Because I saw a video you made that he has called for your own arrest. What if you left his house with something belonging to him? With a legal document, with something belonging to him, with a property or something? He does not have the right. Let's see. Let's be guided. Nobody wants your marriage to fail. And we are all praying that you people find a way to settle this amicably. But trust me, you are not going to be able to settle it with the way you are going, insulting this man. Public cry, public opinion is not going to help you in any way. Like I said, Ned Nwoko is not a normal person. Even fellow politicians, they fear him. Even fellow politicians, they respect him. If I were you, I'll go back to the drawing board. Going back to his house is not going to be easy for you because you've lost the love. You've lost the affection. You have shown him who you are. He is a very intelligent man. Not going back to his house is also not going to be easy for you. He is going to fight you with everything within his power. Rita, what should I do? Go to your king's men. Let them beg him. If you still insist on dissolving the marriage, do it amicably. You are too young not to have access to your children. It is going to damage your mental health. All these people coming to clap for you, they will mess you up. When the real wahala come, these people will be nowhere to be found. Go back to your king's men. Ned Nwoko does not allow any woman leave his house with his children. And you are making video, I will fight for my children. I will get them. They will answer Daniels. Who is Daniels? What name is Daniels? What door does he open? Before you met this man, how many movies did you act? This man made you. This man made your entire family. This man bought your mother a mansion behind one hotel in Okpanam Road. This man stood by you. Don't let people push you to the pit. If you want to dissolve it, find a way to dissolve it. You did not make Ned Nwoko. Ned Nwoko made you. I don't want to speak more than this. My name is Barrister Rita Amy. You have access to my DM.
Ned, the angel of Ichakamo, have replied or have said another thing about Regina Daniel, our reggae. And reggae replied Paned, I am not here to support a particular person, but I'm here to tell you nothing but the truth in my own way, the way I understood the matter. But before I start, I want to speak to mother of Regina Daniels and to every mother and father right here. Madam, you raised 4 or 5 kids single-handedly. Your husband disappeared. You raised them alone. And I know that during that moment of suffering, there was promises you were making to God. Ha! God, if you bless me with money, I will be this, I will be that. And I want to sing this song. I will explain it in English language. Cheta kwikwere ya o, ọ bụrụ na mmadụ ndụ ngabụ nwa nke Chineke. Ọ bụrụ na mmadụ ndụ ngabụ nwa nke Chineke. Ma Chukwu nye gị ndụ ga-echefu okwu ọnụ gị. Oh, ma Chukwu nye gị ndụ ga-echefu okwu ọnụ gị. You say the song says, it is a promise somebody was making to God. God, if you allow me to be alive, I will serve you. If you give me life, I will worship you. But as soon as God bless you with that life, you will forget your promises. That is a game that played out here. Madam, you suffered to raise these kids. At the end of the day, the wind of money came to your side. What were you able to do? Why will you allow your kids to embrace Panam? And I want to speak to all mothers here and fathers here. My brother, please, if you go through the dossier of these kids you see in a correctional center, let me talk about America here. You're going to see that 85% of them were raised by their mother alone. Raised by single mothers. The man disappeared. There comes a time a child needs a father figure who will tell him or her, my daughter, don't go there. My son, don't go there. Ichaka released the video evidence against the family of Regina Daniels. Then he told us he gave the mother of Regina 125 million naira, and how he sent the brother of Regina to United Kingdom, paid the school fees of Sammy for 2 years at Iboma. Then another thing Paned said was Uche Montana, Sonia Uche, that they are also suppliers of that ganja to our reggae. And reggae came out to admit, yes, I am into Panam. But Paned, you are the one that gives it to me. You are the one that asked me to take it, that when I take it, I will ride you like a horse. And Paned will be happy. Begin to tell her, you are the sexiest, baby. Oh, baby, rock me, baby. Rock me, rock me, rock me again. So, Paned, let me speak to you and also speak to Mother of Regina, because I'm not here to support a particular person. My duty is to say nothing but the truth. Paned, you saw a girl of 17 years old, and that bell in between you can stand. Your mind didn't tell you that's what we call youthful exuberance. That this girl will always behave her age, whether you like it or not. You can't stop it. That's why some people, if you want to marry, go to somebody that have seen life. When you marry them, they are ready to settle down for marriage. But you saw a girl out of greed and selfishness. Your thing was done. A girl of 17 years old. her mother came out and lied to us that this girl was already 20. That was how you people added more years for her to lie to us instead of saying the truth. Now the girl has say she was 17 years old and she was not into Panam when she got married to you. It started in your house. So Paned, I want to ask you this question. When you came to marry Regina Daniels, was she on Panam? And everyone that will come across this video, you're going to bear me a witness that when you want to marry somebody and find out that this person is addicted to Panam, you're going to run. So Paned, if she was on Panam and you decide to marry her, it speaks volume of who you are and your reputation. But if she was not on Panam, you married her and this girl began to use Panam in my house, what did you do? I came across another lady called Chantel Campbell. Somebody that had kids with you and you took the kids from her. It was the same Panam was what they used against this lady. So I want to know, is there a strategy? Are they truly in Panam? Who is giving it to them? And I came across that from Orient News. When I go through the write-up of the Orient News, it simply means that Orient News was paid by somebody to put out that write-up. They did not put out that write-up as an independent news outlet because there are some certain words they use there, like telling us, and the woman was playing tantrum. Then there's some words they put there, and another thing, she was high whenever she's high. So I want to know. So when an old woman falls down more than once, 2, 3, with her basket, we're going to count what they have in that basket to know. Why is this woman continuously falling down? Oga, 1, 2, something is wrong somewhere. Something is wrong somewhere. But let's continue. Let me go to Mama Regina and come back again. Mama Regina, you raised 4 to 3 kids alone, single-handedly. And I'm sure that as a woman who went through something in Asaba raising these kids single-handedly, there was a time you were making promises to God. God, if you help me to make money, I will serve you. We will be this and we will be that. Madam, the time the wind of money came to you, what did you do? Let me sing this song for some of you. Cheta nkwikwere ya o, oburu na madindu ngabu nwa nke Chineke. Oburu na madindu ngabu nwa nke Chineke. Ma Chukwu nye gị ndụ ga-echefu okwu ọnụ gị. Oh, ma Chukwu nye gị ndụ ga-echefu okwu ọnụ gị. This song, every day of my life, I sing this song to myself. I try to remind myself who I am and where I'm coming from. So many of us, we make promises. Whenever we are going through challenges, we make promises to God, I'm going to do this. But as soon as God blesses you, you will turn around and begin to do another. Madam, it is very unfair. And according to Paned, he said, when he complains about this, you will tell them, yes, that is celebrity lifestyle. I don't know whether the man is saying the truth or lying. But if truly you say something like this, madam, you are wrong. Then, Paned posted 2 videos. One of the video, the boy was complaining. Who says she will not go out? Who goes you? Which means that's a brother fighting for the sister's freedom. Because the sister's freedom was restricted. But was he right the way he's doing it? No. Then another thing, another video says, if you try that thing you did again, what I will display here. So, which means somebody did something and the guy was saying, if you repeat it again, I will display here. What did they do to him for him to say, I will display if you repeat it again? So, Paned, can you be kind enough and give us the complete video? Let us see what led to what. Don't just come and give us half information. We want to know what really transpired in that place that very day. Then let us go back. Regina said something that touched, I don't know. She said about her Ibongi tape. Say, Panet, I trusted you. Is the Ibongi with Panet or with another man? I don't know. So we are waiting. So Panet, you came to marry this girl at the age of 17. She was not taking Banam until you got married to her. And why do you feel comfortable allowing her to continue with that? Because the girl said that whenever she takes it, you are happy. So you also in cahoot with the evil. So my wonderful people, something is not adding up here. According to Regina, she said, and I quote, that all your wives, Panet, that all your wives and exes are also on Banam. That you should tell Nigerians why all your wives and exes are on Banam. And the one of Chantel Campbell is also an evidence of that Banam, where the one you collected her kiss from her. So, who is telling us the truth and who is lying to us? I remember you said something about cleaning Regina up, taking her to a rehab, and her siblings will still come. Then, you and I know what it means for somebody to be addicted to Banam. You cannot separate Regina forever from her family. It is not possible. It is not done. So why do you want to separate this girl forever from her family? Knowing fully well that after cleaning her up, her siblings will come. Why didn't you take all of them with you to clean them up at the same time? Let all of them be clean again. But no, you will clean Regina and the siblings will come again and get her back. It is not done, Oga. As old as I am, you can't separate me from my siblings. I still talk to them. I still see them. So for Regina, you thinking about that about Regina, it is not possible. Another thing very important, this girl says she doesn't want to marry you again. And according to her, she said, whenever she said that she does not want to do, you will carry her, lock her up, and inject her with something. Sometimes you go ready her, say you they do her. Oh yeah, open. Why is it like that? Because she does not want to take Banam to get high in order to satisfy. They do I'm like horse. So it is somehow, according to her, another thing she said that is bothering me, that one is giving me heat. She said, and I quote, that another, because she trusted you, that you are with her Ibongi tape. You are with her tape. So, is it with another man or with you, Panet? Or, were you people recording yourselves while you were doing it? Riding me, right? Did you guys record yourselves while doing it? Or did you ask her to be, baby, ride on me? Was she touching herself like she was she touching herself while you were recording her? Okay? I don't know. But however, since you become a baby, we are waiting. But one thing I want to leave you with is this, wonderful people. Panet was comfortable with all these things all these years. He never told us we the online in-laws until they posted the video, say, in the bus this girl. And that was when he came out. Assuming they did not post this video, they would have still been together, right? I don't understand though. I don't understand. So beloved people, may God bless every one of you.
Regina Daniels has been irresponsible. Her family, irresponsible. They've acted like people without control. They've defamed this man. They've brought him down to nothing. And it's painful that Nigerians expect him not to talk or not to react, because guess what? He's a billionaire and he's a politician. And if he talks, he's oppressing them. But all of us is the reason they sent us to school, to be opinionated. I am going to read out John Doe's opinion. Okay, so you cannot use your social media page to defame a well-known man. Accuse him of all sorts. Use his leverage, influence, and money to uplift yourself and your family. And you expect him to keep quiet and not act. I saw all the posts. I saw the threats to harm him. I saw the insults, the embarrassment, and the humiliation, all because he is married to your sister and your daughter. The law does not act on social media theories. It acts on incontrovertible evidences and burden of proof. I said it before, the law does not run on emotion, it runs on evidence. If all that you claimed that he did are true, get a lawyer, go to court and prove it. It's simple. He has beaten your sister and there is no single video to prove that. The only thing is you people showed a strained legs of Regina Daniels. So did Ned Nwoko tell Regina Daniels to stand up and was flogging her legs? See, we will get somewhere. Not be everybody mumu. So I don't understand what is going on. Just go to court and prove it. You cannot be manipulating the public with your tears, your drama, and your noise. Thank you, John Doe. And you cannot walk out of marriage just like that. You plan to use this man. Babe, go. You are still young. Enter. Have children. Grab as much as you can. And then you run away. You don't do that to everybody. It does not work like that. Thank you, John Doe. Even if you want out, you should have done it the traditional or legal way. You cannot destroy a man's properties, call him names, and threaten to harm him, and you will not feel the brunt of it. What have I been saying? What have I been saying? Why come to social media? Regina could have walked away quietly, but no, she has 15 million followers on Instagram and almost 8 million or 9 million followers on TikTok, so she can go on rampage. No problem. I hope you men that think you can use your money to buy a woman or her family learn from this debacle. Yes, you may have money, power, or influence to fight back and punish them, but it's still your name that will be dragged in the mud by people that you should have only helped if you wish to, not help because you want to be sleeping with their sister, daughter, or marry her, especially when she was still very young, inexperienced, adventurous, and greedy. Your philanthropy may ruin you. Ned Nwoko said he didn't marry Regina Daniel. Reportedly said, allegedly said, he did not marry Regina Daniels out of love. He married Regina Daniels because his people pressured him because all his wives were maybe non-Nigerians and non-Aniomas. You understand? And Regina Daniels' mother reportedly presented her to them. I'm going to also read something written by Ned Nwoko's former PA. Make of this information what you wish to make of it. I am just doing my job. I am just blogging. And you understand, you cannot dupe the man, walk in and walk away from marriage. Regina was a reasonable adult when she entered the marriage. She was 20. The mother was a reasonable adult to have advised Regina. So all these social media, you people are not pitying her. I'm sorry I pity her, but there is nothing we can do. It's her marriage. She needs to go sort it out. Nobody is saying you must stay married. Go back to your kinsmen. They ate your bride price. Tell them you are done. They would return it. That is how it's done in Nigeria. That is why it's done customarily. Let me read something written by Ned Nwoko's former PA. So the piece I'm about to read now, listen. The day Regina Daniel and Ned Nwoko first met in Uboko, Uboko is in a place in Delta State, her mom brought her to apply for Ned Nwoko's scholarship for undergraduates. The same girl the mother said is feeding a billionaire. But let's have fun. Her mom brought her to apply for Ned Nwoko's scholarship for undergraduates. Okuluem Silvanus, originator, refused to give her form, insisting that she is not an indigent student. Then she claimed she was in Igbenedion University. The mother started shouting that her daughter is qualified for the scholarship. Ned Nwoko came out. Stunned, he recognized Regina Daniel and ushered them in. Then Regina Daniel and her family were still living in a rented flat, an old one-story building at Akpu Junction Road, Asaba, with, oh God, where is this thing now? Asaba with peach and green color. The next thing was the news of Rolex watch and Mercedes car gift, I guess, to Regina. Then he bought her family a mansion behind Sweet Spirit Hotel, Okpanam Road. At Ned Nwoko's next arrival, Regina Daniel and her mom appear from Ned Nwoko's private jet and straight to Ugboko. On getting there, Ned Nwoko did kola nut breaking for Rita Daniel, Regina Daniel's mother. The kola nut breaking was $30,000. So they have to return that $30,000 if they no want marry again. Let's be facing facts. Rita Daniel was out of control, showering Ned with praise and smiling cheaply. From her reaction, you can confirm that she had never seen that kind of money in the past. About a month, Ned was back home, and I heard them pressuring Ned to intervene to release Regina Daniel's slim brother, who was in detention on a matter relating maybe to reckless lifestyle. The person said, I can't quite remember if it was bordering to possession of or accident under influence. But Ned Nwoko was visibly not having it. But then he does not refuse Regina any request. Obviously, he doesn't refuse Regina any request. So that man spoiled Regina. But you understand, in protest, he said, this is the last time I will be intervening for that boy on this kind of matters. He has to change and become a better person. This same boy was once arrested in Lagos for beating up a DPO with his gang. It was Ned Nwoko that intervened. The first visit of the boy to Ned Nwoko's house, Ned asked him to identify a tree in the compound. And he said fig tree. Ned Nwoko gave him $2,000 and he wanted to faint. This is somebody very close to the family. These are the people accusing Ned. If you ever worked with Ned Nwoko, you will know he does not eat meat or fish. He is a vegetarian. He does not take alcohol or any carbonated drink. Ned Nwoko drinks only two things, water and Moroccan tea. He also does not encourage anyone to take alcohol, but he will personally serve you the tea or water. The person, Regina Daniel's mother, alleged to have been the one giving Regina Daniels those substances. Make on a see. I know these things because I was once his close aide. I was his SA student affairs for years, and we did a little bit more than that for him though. I may not be on the same page with Senator Ned Nwoko today, but there are some lies that cannot sell about him. Unless I forget, Ned Nwoko lost 90% of his fans, his followers and believers when Regina and her mom stepped in. So they pursued everybody following that man. Oh, I remember our dear barrister Nwakego. That beautiful lady would worship the ground Ned walked. She would have never publicly embarrassed Ned Nwoko like this. She would relate with and appeal with his followers to be patient with Oga while she intervenes. But Regina came in and she was history. At Ogaga Talks, Regina Daniel's mother said it was Ned that was giving Regina the things she was taking because Ned has fantasy. There is no man that is of marketable age that does not have fantasy, but there are some lies that cannot fly because this man does not even take the smallest bit of alcohol. He takes just water and Moroccan tea, his aide said. So if you people want them to push you over with lies, good luck. Good luck. Good luck.